It's the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast coming to you from the One More and I'm Out of Here studios. And opening a cold beer to start off the show. You know, we ought to come up with some kind of award for the dumbest fucks in America. And to my way of thinking, the award, I guess, for this week, we could do this on a weekly basis.
Weekly?
Or a per podcast basis.
Are we going to do like intro music for the award?
But I think that I would send it right to this week to the people in Seattle. Because that dumb bitch they elected out there to be the mayor in Seattle.
Were you expecting me to grab that other email like that quick?
Like now?
Well, I mean, you don't have to. But I sent you one early. Well, the thing is,
you sent me one earlier.
The video,
yes.
the thing is, I sent you that video of her, the one I saw today, because it tops the one.
I love how
the other day.
I love how your mind thinks how this production works. That it's just Jiffy quick and it's right there.
I never know what I'm gonna say until the moment the microphone opens.
You are a fucking clown show.
And so, I mean, I could have jumped on a number of different things, but I was just thinking about that dumb bitch.
Jesus fucking Christ.
40.
This is why I ask you like 2 days.
What is she? 42 or 47 years old?
She is
still lives at home with mom.
Lives at home with
never
mom
had a job.
Never had a job.
Had to get her mom's help to fill out her employment paperwork.
Which I got this one.
I mean,
didn't know her social security number.
No, I mean, this is listen, more power to you.
I mean, and so she's carved out this gig.
You sent me 2. I've got the one.
Okay, play the one where she's out there on the outside.
Bless America.
Play that one, the one I sent you first.
And then I'll look at it.
I am trying to figure
because this shows her deep understanding of how to have a great city.
I got it.
Like the city of Seattle. This is great.
Access to affordable, healthy food is a basic right. We cannot allow giant grocery chains to stomp all over our communities, close stores at will, and leave behind food deserts. Together, we can build a Seattle where fresh food is for everyone, not just for those who can afford it. Food deserts are not natural. Corporations create them when they abandon our communities. As mayor, I'm excited to step up and with UFCW, explore public option grocery stores to fill those gaps. Access to affordable, healthy food is a basic.
Okay, so just like Mondani, she wants government-run grocery stores, and to boot, she says commercial grocery stores, stores that operate on profit motive, will not be allowed to close.
Nope. I'd like to see. Would you love to see that? Would you like to see how that's going to work out? I'm sorry, you can't close.
You can't close.
Bet?
Fine.
Bet?
Then we'll open our doors. She didn't say anything about putting food on the shelves.
I mean,
she didn't say anything about getting delivery. She didn't say anything about paying the rent.
Hey man,
paying the light bill.
This is where America's going. I mean, I don't really have a. I mean,
she really thinks through some sort of magical power.
This is Seattle. Portland.
No, Seattle.
Seattle.
She can force grocery stores to stay open.
Seattle proper. I mean, the main city.
Yeah,
Seattle?
like the main city.
Jesus, what a bunch of morons.
And then she goes on to talk about, food deserts are created when stores just willy-nilly close up. And
do you know why stores? Why do stores close, Dan?
Because people fucking steal shit,
right? And so, what do they operate on? Profit, right? And what's the profit in the grocery business?
I believe it's maybe 3 or 3.5%.
Very, very low.
In other words, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about 3 cents on the dollar.
Right, but they just have a big
profit margin.
Right, but it's a big number because they sell a lot of
stuff.
About
About volume.
Yeah. You know what? Speaking of that, I went and bought a head of lettuce today. Do you know what a head of lettuce is up to in the grocery store?
The last time I bought lettuce, I think it was 79 cents for a head of lettuce. So it's been a little while.
It's been a long while. $2.50 at Kroger.
That is outrageous.
$2.50.
There you go, Dano.
And what are you going to do with it?
Okay.
Did you use your SNAP EBT benefits?
I did not, but I will tell you this. You know what? It's funny you mentioned that. It is very funny you mentioned that. So I went in just to grab a couple of things, and as I was coming, I was trying to get into the lane. She obviously doesn't buy makeup either. But
hurry up, because I found Dan's thing that he.
Right, go ahead. And I come
okay, yeah. Here she is at a news conference. I believe this was either yesterday or maybe this morning. But this is
nothing like late breaking news.
Listen to the list of things that she wants for the city. This is great.
an awful lot that I
Makeup?
want to accomplish as mayor.
Free makeup?
I want everyone in this
Free makeover?
to have a roof over their head.
Well, that video that you sent me
Has no sound.
has no sound.
It should have. How could it not have sound?
I have fucking sound right here, Dan.
Well, let's see.
Having
And
technical
guess what?
difficulties.
That's clicked.
Let's see. Try it again.
I want universal child
There we
care
go.
and free
Okay.
K through 8
We
summer
already
care.
had sound.
I want world-class mass transit. I want great, safe public spaces where kids can run around with abandon. I want stable, affordable housing for renters. I want social housing. I want much more land and wealth to be owned and stewarded by communities instead of corporations. I want a robust economy with thriving small businesses.
Good luck.
Great living wage jobs and strong rights for workers. I want a city where everyone has the basics of a dignified life, including healthy food, access to health care, and supportive communities. I want a city where your health and your life expectancy and your children's future doesn't depend on your zip code or your race. I believe that I will be stepping into office with a strong mandate to pursue this vision.
Oh, for God's
I
sake.
believe it is notable that all of
Oh, I
that
got
money
things.
focused on attacking me, but not my vision or platform. And that is because this vision and platform are supported by an overwhelming majority of Seattle residents, as demonstrated by the resounding victories of the other progressive candidates running for office in Seattle this year.
All right. So there you
know
go.
what I want?
Yeah, I want a pony.
You know what she wants is she wants either a man
Seriously, I
to want to fuck her, or she wants a woman to want to fuck her,
No.
or maybe a trans
No.
man or a trans woman
No.
want to fuck her. That's gross.
No, because that's not going to happen.
That's a Skeletor right there, and she has no fucking clue how this fucking world works, and that is never going to happen up there. It's never going to happen.
I don't think. Wait, that's Portland, right?
Seattle.
Keep doing that. And I get them confused. Why?
It's the same. I mean,
the
it's not
same, bro.
confused.
Yeah, I mean, so
You're fine, buddy.
I don't understand. I mean, are mushrooms legal there? I mean, do they do drugs? I know they do drugs.
Oh, they do a
They're
ton of
heavy
drugs
duty
over
into
there.
drugs. So what are they thinking? This is who they elected. I hope it all goes straight down the goddamn toilet.
The
I really
same
don't
people
care.
who bring unicorns and fairy dust are going to bring all this nice stuff to Seattle.
Seattle.
Because that's what she wants.
Seattle, have at it, Seattle. You know what? Have at it.
Yeah.
You know, you
So,
got
Keep
New
that
York
shit
on-
over there.
you got New York on one coast that's gonna, Mr. Shit's gonna meet the fan there, and then you're gonna have Seattle. Congrats. Hey, can we just I mean, I've seen a meme, a two-state solution. It's like the West Coast and the East Coast, and then everything else is another state. I mean, that's not a bad idea.
But she wants all this stuff.
I want.
And the way she is going to pay for the only way
Yeah.
she can pay for this stuff to make any of this stuff happen is to do what? Collect taxes at a confiscatory rate from businesses that do what?
And people.
That work for a living.
I don't care.
That,
Leave.
that earn money.
Leave.
And so
leave.
she's going to take all their
Fucking
money
Good.
and make all
Good.
free child care,
Free child care. I want
free buses.
Well, all I heard from her,
free health care.
it's like when someone starts. Have you ever talked to somebody and they say, "I feel," right? And I look at them, and the
You know
first
what?
thing I always say,
I feel like you talk too much.
I
I'm
feel.
kidding.
You know what? No, but here's what I think. I'm saying. When I hear someone say, "I feel," you know what? I can't help how you feel. Don't feel. Think.
Yeah.
She wants.
Yeah, you're right.
Not
She
we're going to look for ways to provide. Not we are going to try to provide. We're going to study. I want.
I want. Yes.
Dude, I got a lot of wants. I want a lot of shit. I walk outside, I want something, but I'm not impulsive like that because life is about planning for your wants and maybe saving money and making the right, taking the steps to make sure that you can afford what you want. That chick who's been living in her frickin' parents' basement till she's damn near 40 years old, has done nothing, has no life experience, has never managed shit. Where was she working? You told me. Where was she working?
Did she have a job before this?
She must have been working at some social services bullshit or somewhere. She had to
Maybe.
be.
I don't know. Maybe she had.
Can you imagine being a social worker in fucking Seattle?
But the
Holy
one thing
She's
that-
a college dropout who has
Yeah.
never had a job. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
never
right.
had
That's
a real
right.
job.
That's
and
right.
has lived off her
I forgot
parents
about
into
that.
her 40s. And
her
that's who
parents
they
are still
elected.
paying her bills.
And what is that drug that they give chicks so that your hairline comes back? Because she really needs it. Oh my God. Her hair is like halfway back on her head. Look at that.
Well, I called her Skeletor. I mean, does that not explain
I'm
it
sorry
enough?
to talk about hair, Dan, but look at that.
But she said, I mean, the one thing, oh my God. The one thing that she said she wants to have safe communities where children can ride their bikes and play with abandon. Well, you know what? That's a beautiful sentiment. But I wonder, and what this is something I genuinely do not know. I have not heard her stance when it comes to policing. What do you, if you had to guess what her stand is when it comes to police, law enforcement, arresting criminals and the like?
Come on, what do you expect?
Where do you think she comes down on that?
I'm pretty sure she's reimagined.
How do you think you create a place safe enough where kids can ride their bikes, go, like we used to do when we were kids?
Everyone's
we'd walk in the summertime, we'd walk out the door first thing in the morning, and we wouldn't come home until the sun started going down.
Everybody
and the
out there is on drugs. You got to have safe spaces for the heroin addicts to shoot up. I mean, they're going to be so high, they're not going to mess with the kids riding the bicycles. That's the plan. So they're going to be cracked out on the sidewalks.
Well, everyone knows that the shooting galleries where people shoot up their meth and other drugs are perfectly safe.
Yeah, they're fine. You just step over the bodies.
Sure.
Yeah,
the bodies, the used needles,
and the feces.
The bodily fluids and excrement out there on the street, all that stuff.
Oh, it's weird.
It's going to be great.
Weird. Sounds like a place that's close to us.
Which place is going to go down the shithole faster, New York or Seattle?
I would say Seattle because this chick, I mean, Mondami, at least Mondami, I mean, he's traveled a bit. I think Mondami's actually, to be fair, I want to be totally fair. Mondami actually is, you need to watch out for Mondami because he's polished. This twit,
he's extremely dangerous.
He's dangerous. Yeah. He's polished. He can speak. This chick is not impressive. Mondami's spent time in front of the camera and has been coached, and he is pretty good at selling you a sack of shit.
Do you think the media at all vetted this young woman?
What do you mean? How would it's not the media's job to vet, nor do they
want to. I mean, do you think they really exposed her?
Do you think they were hard on her?
Or
no, because
portrayed her truthfully to the people that are consuming news?
Look at the Northwest United States. I mean,
Oregon's okay, isn't it?
They're all that way. They all lean that way. Now, not everyone is bad. So I'm making that statement clear before I fucking lose my shit again. I apologize from the last podcast, losing my shit.
You didn't lose your shit.
But I'm not lumping everybody in. But if you literally look at it, Seattle, Portland, you had was the Chaz. You had the Chaz shit going on.
Correct.
Like it's that whole upper Northwest is very, very left. Which
San Francisco North.
It's pretty much. Yeah. That.
Which sucks because there's some good people. I mean, there really
Absolutely.
are. There's some good people. You get away from those major
but you have
urban
these
areas.
Fucking idiots. You have these idiots that want to lead. You elected them to lead your city.
I'm happy that they did. And listen, how far behind are we? Let's be fair.
I mean, we did.
Let's be fair.
The city
Cincinnati did the same damn thing. Not saying Corey Bowman would have. I think he would have been a better candidate. But to be fair, AFTAB has. If you're too stupid to understand that AFTAB Purval has no interest in running this city and is just kind of sitting there waiting for the next rung of the ladder to appear, you're a moron. Okay. So this chick, I mean, this is what sells today. I mean, I don't know. I guess you need to analyze what was the voter turnout in Seattle? That's something that would affect it. Because if a small minority of people showed up to vote, that would explain how shit like this happens. The other thing is, it's got to be, I don't know what their ballot was. Was there, was it a field race? They had a bunch of people on the ballot and she just won. I'll tell her this. She had a good name. What was it? Wilson? What was her last name? I can't remember. It was like something simple.
I forget her name.
Yeah, but people walk in there and that's what they see. I mean, people walk in there. Yeah, I thought so. People walk in the voting booth. Okay. And if there's multiple people on the ballot, name matters. I mean,
Washington's 2025 voter turnout tracks among lowest on record. And this was let's see, November 4th, 2025, coming from K5 or whatever from up there
of Seattle.
So what? That's fine. Congratulations. You elected a moron. I hope that I don't know their form of government.
You're going to get everything that you get.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's a mayor. It's a mayor with council. I have no idea what their government setup is. But she wants a lot. She obviously wants a lot. She didn't say boyfriend on there. You find that puzzling? Want a boyfriend?
I'm sure she's
You
ultra
think she might
progressive.
be? I don't know what her pronouns
Has no
are.
need
What
for
are her
a
pronouns? We
has
need to
no
look
need
that
for
up.
a man.
So like with all
Really
that,
needs a man.
let's hit
Dan.
real quick because we have like a bunch of tabs open that
Yes,
Dan,
but,
Dan sent me a ton of shit.
You know what,
and it's-
Pappas? You just don't like strong progressive women. You know that's all you're about. You just you don't like Michelle Obama,
Big Mike,
Big
know?
Mike,
Big Mike,
Big Mike.
who, by the way, can apparently get away now with characterizing all white people. Putting all them under the same blanket, characterizing us all as racist, as people who
you people,
people who look at black people and feel a certain way, only one way, according to Michelle Obama, because she's been out there, she's felt the sting of racism.
She was in the White House for how long?
She's felt it all.
Hey, it's working on Papa Speaks. I just tested it.
Okay,
It's working. Good work.
so yeah,
Good work.
Thank you.
so there you go.
Hey, listen. You know what? The Obamas are the best. Yeah, right. Okay, don't start. The Obamas are the best.
Look, I'm being nice.
The Obamas
being
are
nice.
the best for people. For people that were at one time really big proponents, or at least swallowers of the global warming, sea levels rising. What's the first thing that guy did? Bought a house where?
Hawaii.
No, well, not only that.
Well, Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah, on the coast, on the shoreline,
right there,
right there,
a stone's throw from the
just,
ocean.
just right there, beachfront. Now, let me ask you guys a question.
I think it's actually beachfront on like two sides.
It is.
which
But
is
let me
nice.
ask you a question. If you're a firm believer that the sea level is rising, where's probably the last place you're going to make an investment of, I don't know, $10 million, $20 million?
Not there.
Yeah,
Someplace where, like the mountains. I mean,
not within 100 yards of the beach. That's for
not
sure. Yeah.
beachfront property.
Never heard of her.
If that doesn't tell you enough of how full of shit the Obamas are, and how now they're running back to they're a victim of racism. Why? Because no one is watching Big Mike's podcast. I think we have more viewers than Big Mike does.
She's got a book out now,
Does she?
another book.
called,
So she's on a book tour now. So she's doing all these interviews and
Where Are My Testicles?
Complaining about how she has to do her hair. And,
My Life with Big Arms.
I
told Barack to get over here.
Yeah. How it's not a luxury to have a hair and makeup team. People.
You remember when she was in
people
office?
didn't give her the respect that she was due as
Do you remember when she was
sexy,
first lady?
classy
she
black
had,
woman.
She had like the biggest staff that they've ever almost had at the White House. I remember when
Did you?
Melania's first term and a Trump's term too. Because obviously the same one. But remember, you remember Melania had like one of the most lean staffs of any White House, and that was in stark contrast to the Obamas, who had like one of the biggest staffs of the White House. But what if she's probably complaining about that she doesn't have staff anymore, like you said, to do her hair or pick her outfits or
Tuck her dick.
Tucker.
Sorry. Well, she's called Big Mike for a reason.
She is called Big Mike for a reason. Big Mike.
Netflix gave them
Millions.
$100 million.
Millions. Every time
They've got money to do whatever they damn well please.
They came into the White House with one net worth and left with a lot higher. You know who didn't? You know who hasn't really increased his net worth while he's been in the White House?
Trump.
Trump.
He's lost money.
Correct.
His net worth has declined
Correct.
since he's been in the White House.
You know who else was speaking of net worth, you know who else it's not running for re-election? I don't know if we talked about, Nancy's not running for re-election.
Nancy's not running, yeah.
So Miss Pelosi's not running for re-election. You know how much money she made in the stock market during her tenure?
I believe it's
like
in excess of 400 million.
It's like, no, I don't know if it's that much, but it's like a 13,000%. I mean, we should just have a software.
I think I saw that. I think it was 19,000.
Maybe it was a lot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we should just do a software that just tracks Congress people. And when they buy something, boom, you get an alert.
Well, she's probably getting ready to open a brokerage house on K Street.
Unbelievable.
Or
called insider trading.
Or invest in a vineyard and just
Yeah.
she just sits there and
or
a hammer factory,
a hammer company. I was going to say
a
that.
hammer factory and
A hammer company,
a steel forging factory that makes hammers
Hammer
and a
company
vineyard.
and lubrication.
Were you going? I'm watching your computer because
I'm just scrolling through some shit here. That's all.
I know. I'm trying to fucking track you.
Oh, you want to play the Fetterman cut? This is pretty good.
Fucking send me shit.
We're trying
at the last minute, and I already had that
so
one.
I heard this a day or so ago, and John Fetterman, he's got a book out too. And by the way, he had to be hospitalized because of a fall yesterday.
Yes,
and I read where he almost died as a result of this fall.
I heard he hit his front of his face. I didn't hear died, but it's possible.
Yeah, and then had some sort of heart issue as a result of this. But apparently he's okay right now.
I hope so.
He got Clinton.
But I was I heard this cut. He's on with
somebody pushed him.
Somebody pushed him. Might have been a cloven hoof stuck out there.
I mean, would you put it past the Democrat Party?
I wouldn't put anything past
Are they very happy with Fetterman right now? The Democrats?
No.
And
which goes into like the whole thing with this. The whole title of this is, the government shutdown is now over, but there are so many people that are pissed.
Well, let me tell you something. So I put a post up yesterday. Not that it's about me, but let's make it about me. So I put a post up.
Because you will.
So listen, I said a post wishing with a picture of him, wishing John, and I mean this from my heart, if I had one, wishing John Fetterman a speedy recovery. He has demonstrated himself to be a rational person. I may not agree with him on much, but he has earned respect. Get well, sir. Okay, 200 now. So I'm supposed to be the hating conservative. Blah, I hate all Democrats. Blah. But 246 of my friends have liked and shared this thing. Compared to, I see article on article, and I know you guys have. Have you seen the hate that he's getting? I mean, he is like, holy shit.
Well, he addresses that in the soundbite we're about to hear.
Yeah. People are wishing him death.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
this wasn't.
I've drunk deeply of the venom of both the left and the right. As a connoisseur, I can confirm that the most poisonous, the bitterest, is from the far left. That is pretty remarkable to hear you say that as an elected Democrat. Why?
Because it's true.
No. It's just been my personal experience on this thing. And when I asked my digital team, I said, we're on all the platforms. Really, what's kind of the harshest? What's kind of the most personal? And the answer was immediate. He said, "Oh, blue sky. It's blue sky." And the difference is, the right would say really rough things and names. Some names I won't repeat on TV. But the on the left, it was like they want me to die, or that we're cheering for your next stroke. Or that's terrible that depression won. Why couldn't the depression won? And I hope your kids find you. They even have like the graphic, a GIF where they have like a stroke, in your head.
Oh my gosh.
Look at her.
Yeah, and they said that. I remember one. They claimed, the doctor let us down, and why did they have to save his life? Just really like. I just can't imagine. People are wishing, I wish he dies, or I want him to die, literally cheering for a stroke. And I don't know what the kind of a place where that comes from. That's much different than just calling me a name.
Well, it comes from a place of depravity.
Right. And let me tell you something. The fact that she's surprised, she's like, oh my God. She's
that was a genuine reaction.
She's not in she doesn't deal in reality. Look, this is what the left is. And when we say stuff about Pelosi's husband with the hammer, that's called joking. Maybe I know you're not a funny person because it takes intelligence to be humorous, but we're joking about that because that was a weird deal. I don't care really who you are. That's a weird deal. But when I see, and that was before he fell.
Yeah.
After he's fallen, it's gotten worse. The vitriol from the left has just been unbelievable.
Well,
now,
how many times did he vote to reopen the government?
15.
15.
He
voted
voted affirmative
15 times, and he had his fellow colleagues bitching at him.
Oh God,
because he was voting that way.
Right.
But guess what? He was one of the fucking Democrats that decided, hey, this is what we're doing is not right. Mm-hmm. We need to get the government back open. Mm-hmm. So he did that. Him amongst others. But the fact that he had his fall, but everyone, we blasted him on this podcast multiple times.
Oh God, yes.
Fetterman?
In full honesty, we blasted him
during the campaign. Sure.
Holy shit!
Sure,
we blasted him.
Oh yeah,
up one side and down the other.
Never wished death on him, did we?
No, we never wished death.
Did we wish him to have another stroke? No, we didn't. Oh, that's funny. And
Well,
if I have to explain,
I think I used the term Frankenstein.
Yeah,
I think I used that term
we
in this
said,
podcast earlier.
And to be fair, that was at the election when he was just past his stroke and he could barely speak. I mean, his speech was very much impacted. He's recovered quite a bit since then. And I've been very upfront. And I won't talk to the idiot in the chats because he's too stupid to understand this.
I'm just catching up.
But I will tell you this. John Fetterman may not vote, and I'm sure he does not. He doesn't vote the way I probably would vote.
He has changed. He has changed in the last 2.5 years. He has changed.
And we have said constantly, it's amazing to us sitting here as people that look at and now analyze politics. He is the most rational voice in the Democrat Party. That's how far to the left the Democrat Party has shifted and continues to shift. And you know what? With Schumer, if Schumer's going to be history, it seems like he probably is. I'll tell you right now, I don't know what the future holds for the Democrat Party because they are going to go right off the cliff. Seriously.
Well, and the reason that this particular soundbite struck a chord with me is because it rings true with other people that we have spoken with on this podcast.
Yep.
And Lady Maga USA comes to mind. And Ryan Woods is his real name. He's a gay man who dresses as a drag performer, although I believe he has retired, Lady Maga USA. But in any case, when his politics became known that he was a Trump supporter, the most hateful, the most vitriolic comments came from his friends on the left. Yeah. There's a guy I speak to all the time. His name is Adam B. Coleman. He writes columns regularly in the New York Post. He's an author. He is a conservative black man. His book is called From Victim to Victor. He no longer drinks deeply from the leftist elixir of government has all the answers for your problems. He has faced some horrendous comments, death threats from those on the left. Our buddy Zeke Arkham, when he came out as a conservative, I mean, he faced a lot of shunned by a lot of his friends who looked at him and called him a race traitor and just some of the worst.
Can't imagine what Zeke was called up there.
I mean, Uncle Tom and Coon and all the rest of it. I mean, all the slanderous words that you could possibly throw at a black man. So all these comments come from the left. And so Fetterman is experiencing that same sort of vitriol and really same sort of, it goes beyond rhetoric, I think, the same sort of threats. Dude, I mean, when you got people saying there, why couldn't the depression have worked? We're cheering for your next stroke.
Let me explain something.
What kind of commentary is that?
Because of the three people sitting here, I experienced this personally. So the left has no boundaries. And I'll be honest with you. I'm fairly tough. I mean, I'm fairly brusque. But the left has no boundaries.
Oh, you are very thin-skinned.
For example, I had one.
Got to know how to hit them.
Well, I had one of the local loons place on a Facebook page that I had requested naked photographs of her child, saying I was a pedophile or wanting child porn. Not true, obviously. But this is. I mean, my point is this. There is no boundary.
Is this the person I'm thinking of? That
would be Miss Capel. Yes.
Okay.
That would be Miss Capel.
And I wasn't going to use names.
She used a fake profile to do it. It's my belief she used a fake profile. I'm 90% positive and whatever. 99% positive.
Let me ask you this. But here live on the air, did you solicit those pictures?
No.
Okay.
But at the end of the day,
just that way it's there.
He's on record now.
At the end of the day, what they do is they create these false profiles. Okay. They do these false profiles that they spread this bullshit and then they act like, oh my God, I didn't do it. Didn't do it. They say vile things. I had somebody running for school board this last election. He told me, and he's not as conservative as I am, but he's, considers himself to be a Republican in all ways, other than maybe he's a little more socially liberal, but he's fiscally conservative, and that's fine. I want to partner with people I agree with 80% of the time. I will never find the person I agree with 100% of the time. That person doesn't exist. We have differences here.
Absolutely.
Yet we agree, I would say, overall, probably 80, 85%, maybe 90% of the time, whatever. My point is, he came to me and said, you know what, you know what this election has done? It's made me more conservative because I've seen the vitriol from the left. And he was catching shit from both sides because some Republicans said he wasn't conservative enough. But he said those are based on policy. The left gets personal.
Yeah.
And they get nasty.
That's an excellent distinction right there.
Which is a perfect comment that I threw up. I don't have a news article for it, but obviously this is a big thing about the Epstein files coming out, and obviously the left has their feelings on it and the right has theirs. But what makes me giggle with that, and just going off of our personal relationship here locally with the podcast in Cincy, is there are so many people that have already kind of like just dishonored it. Like they're like, okay, yeah, release it. Just fucking release it. It doesn't matter because you're not going to find anything.
Well, let me ask you a question. And I've seen posts about how Trump this or Trump that, and they released a statement or a excerpt, and they blocked out the lady's name who had already said Trump didn't do anything, but they blocked because of that they blackened out her name.
Yeah, they redacted.
But let me ask you a question. This is not Donald Trump's first election. If they had evidence of Trump doing something with Epstein, with young women or anything else, would they have used it after the election or before the election? Which one makes more sense?
I think before.
Yeah.
This investigation has been going on for like 20 fucking years.
It's a tough question.
It's a tough question. And
it's weird. Isn't it
do
weird?
you think that they are doing this just because the Democrats, was it timing that right after the Democrats folded and 6 more Democrats crossed over and voted with Republicans to reopen the government, that the Democrats admit on their own was being used for political purposes, was not any healthcare related, maybe a few of them, but mostly it was organized to be a political ploy.
They love to have another shiny object they can hold up and say, everybody look at this.
Yes.
But right after
don't pay any attention to that over
That's
there.
exactly,
This is what's
that's
really
exactly
it's a
what
perfect
happened.
magician's thing. Look
right.
over here.
That's right.
Don't look over here.
So if you're too fundamentally mentally challenged to understand that there's much to do about nothing with this Epstein stuff, and I hope more information, all of it comes out. We can identify everybody that had something to do with Epstein, because I think I believe it's proven he was a dirtbag and took advantage of young women. I would say, fine, bring it out. I don't care. But if you think that there's only going to be information that hurts Donald Trump in this, you are just a naive fool. And
do you not realize that every political official that has been in our last 30 years, 25 years, I'll throw 25 years out just as a number,
right?
That they haven't been around, because obviously we know Bill Clinton has. We know Obama has.
Yeah.
We've
Bill
seen
Gates.
all these pictures.
Bill Gates palling around a lot with Epstein.
Weird.
Back in the day.
So weird.
Katie Couric.
Yes.
Katie
Couric went partying at
Yes.
the Epstein estate.
I forgot about that one. Good one.
Yeah, I saw an interview with her
focus
today where
on
she was talking about that.
but let's focus on Trump, but versus everybody else. All right, so that's adorable.
That's
cute.
So we'll see how it works out. I know they have the votes, or they got some votes to release more of it or all of it. But yeah, I mean, if this is what you want to focus on, this is your deal. Have at it. Go charge these windmills. I mean, that's cool.
The only thing
My stocks have been doing very, very well.
The only thing I care about as it relates to Epstein is that the people who were abusing these girls,
right,
they need to be brought to justice. Mm-hmm. And I don't care if Kiefer's name is in there.
Kiefer, did you go?
I don't care if Pappas's name is in there.
I would have gone.
Piss off.
I don't care if
I'd have been there. I wouldn't have done anything, but I'd have gone. I like a free trip every now and again on a private jet.
So you're not denying that you didn't go?
I'm not denying.
What, smoking gun?
Did you put your hands on a 14-year-old girl?
Nope. Nope. But a bunch of Miller Lights, yes.
But
sir.
those who did
should be held accountable.
and I don't care who they are.
Yeah.
Let the chips fall where they may.
Well, why do you think Prince Andrew was defrocked or whatever they did to him? They took everything away from him because that guy.
Did he ever go to trial on that? Did he
no,
ever?
because he settled with the girl that was making the accusation.
Okay, all right.
They paid her a bunch of money.
But the difference is the one with Trump, the one that they're accusing Trump of being with, she already said
nothing happened.
That's not the case.
That's right. She said
in a deposition, she already said that.
Right.
And the book that she wrote.
And
yes,
anyone
and the book that she wrote and made a bunch of money off
and
of.
is now and she's now dead.
Yet in the chats,
she killed herself.
in the chats, the person that is hammering on this would know that if he just used his brain or just a little bit of ticky-tickies and tried to find out the real information rather than what he's being spoon-fed by.
And if bad shit happened, as you said, like let the chips fall as they may.
At it.
But it hasn't come out yet.
And it would
somebody would have known.
Yes.
Even though you don't need legislation to let something leak.
Yes.
Because how many fucking years have you guys been on this earth where shit leaks out? That's it's top secret information.
There are no.
And we find
Stephen A. Smith, who you don't like, put out a video yesterday or on his podcast yesterday after all this Epstein stuff came out and the Democrats are trying to get some mileage out of this. He said, Joe Biden was in office for 4 years. If you didn't give a damn about the Epstein files then, but now that Trump's in, now you want the Epstein files out.
Exactly.
Correct.
And they said, why didn't you do it then? When it don't come crying and complaining now when you were there for 4 years. And you had the chance to put this stuff out.
I didn't get a chance to see that one, but that's the second time that I do like Stephen A. Smith because
I thought you didn't like him.
I don't like him,
Okay.
but that's the second time I've liked him because he stood up for Charlie Kirk, and
He did.
and the way everything went down. So that's 2 times. So all right, Stephen A., you got 2.
That was another thing. Epstein, or not Epstein, but John Fetterman did an interview with Katie Couric.
Yeah.
And she was trying to get him to say something bad about Charlie Kirk.
And he wouldn't do it.
Well, what about they flew his body on Air Force 2? And, he said a lot of things. And people said that, he was a misogynist and,
break.
And,
another word that they don't even know what it means.
Yeah. I mean, homophobic and all this other
word they throw out there.
And John Fetterman was not, to his credit,
he didn't take it.
He was not taking the bait. And so, I mean, Katie Couric really disgraced herself.
Are you surprised?
No, I'm not. No, not. Not at all.
Does it puzzle you, or did you kind of shocked? I mean, stop calling me stupid. Stop calling me stupid. Country suffering because of people like you. You're a moron. Maybe you should do a podcast, your own podcast. I'm sure a lot of people will watch it. I find it funny. It just kind of blows my mind that. We're not that long out from Charlie Kirk being assassinated, and it just seems like it feels like it happened a long time ago to me. It kind of hit the news, and then
look how much water's gone under the bridge.
I know a
since
lot,
then.
and it just.
the news cycle, the last 5, 6, 10 years has just been unbelievable. So many things have happened. Yeah, it's amazing when I look at
spinning faster.
I'll look at different timelines on different subjects like Democrats scandals, and it's amazing how much how many scandals there have been, how much fraud there's been, how much personal when you look at James Comey and things like that. It's just amazing how much stuff has come out. And
I just think people
over the last several years.
I think that what happened, and the reason it bugs me a little bit is how short people's memories are. Is right after Charlie Kirk got assassinated, you saw a bunch of, like, I'm wearing one of the shirts today, and I get a lot of thumbs up, but from the shirt, and it won't
not from your demeanor.
It won't fit you. I think it's the pecs. Did you see that? It's bouncing. Anyway, no, my point is, I wish people would remember, because everyone's like, it's almost like after 9/11, everyone's like, oh, we're all Americans and yada, yada, yada. And then all of a sudden that faded, and then people got back to being at each other's throats, and people were like, I'm Charlie Kirk too. I mean, I was hoping that would last longer. We need more people like that. And I get pissed off when I saw some universities, they're like, we don't want Turning Point USA chapters on our campus. I'm like,
Well,
why not?
That was Cal Berkeley.
We're rolling right into that,
that was Berkeley
right now.
You know, once the ultimate fortress of freedom of speech, and now you've got and this is really a replay of the kind of campus violence we saw years ago when you've got these leftist organizations who just cannot abide a different idea or a different thought being brought onto their sacred campus.
So let's share the
and
story.
So they have to engage in violent activity and threats and just all manner of poor behavior.
Event. Our Amanda Harry is live on the scene there where protesters also showed up. We've already actually seen at least one fight break out. Amanda.
Yeah, things have been lively here. While that Turning Point USA event is still happening inside, protesters have been out here for hours. You can see them still here behind me. They have been chanting, just a very, very lively scene out here. While things have been mostly peaceful, there have been some tense moments. Earlier this evening, there was a scuffle that broke out where two men started fighting. UC Berkeley police had to break up that interaction. Later, someone was throwing smoke bombs and a car backfired,
mostly peaceful
leading some of the people who were protesting to run away. The protest was put together by students organizing for liberation. Some students say they don't believe UC Berkeley should host a large Turning Point USA event like this one, but other people are happy to be here for the event.
Turning Point USA should not be here, and they are like a fascist organization, and nobody here agrees with what they are saying. And obviously Charlie Kirk has been a big issue with like a lot of college campuses and people on college campuses. So we just think obviously I didn't really follow him a lot, but knowing what he did and knowing the things that he was saying, it's just like vile and disgusting. So we don't want to support his organization, and I don't think that the Berkeley chancellor should have let them come here.
All right, so I have two things with that.
I know where you're going.
How fast are we to throw fascist?
She doesn't know what it means.
She has no clue.
No idea.
And well, I didn't really follow him that much, but I don't want him here.
But
I don't want his organization here.
Right.
Fuck you, you fucking ass clown.
Oh, what's your second thing?
That was both. I tied it into two.
Okay. Well, my first reaction is rip that shit out of her nose.
Well, I'm not going personal appearance, but
well, if you're going to be a spokesperson, you should probably concentrate on your personal appearance.
I'm sure your trans woman loves you.
Yeah. My question, and it's a legit question. I'm glad that it rolled right into that. Honestly, and I've asked the people out there, and I'm asking you guys, is this okay? What about a Turning Point USA chapter, whether it be in a college, whether it be on a high school? Because I've seen stories, professors are pissed off that there's a Turning Point chapter coming. What exactly is bad about it? I mean, I know that Charlie Kirk.
Why does it hurt?
What does it do bad? I mean, seriously, what does it do bad?
Because
what is it? Is it talking about Jesus? Is that bad? Religion, God? I mean, put any name in there you want. Is that bad? Talking about the history of the country. He was very factual. I'm not even close to the encyclopedic knowledge he had. I mean, all of the things that he talked about and what Turning Point USA promotes. What's bad about it? You
couldn't fuck him over.
No,
he had you. He had you because he was so smart.
What about having a Turning Point USA chapter in your school is considered bad? They don't promote violence. They're the ones getting shot and beat up. They don't promote violence. They promote patriotism, love of country, love of God, following the founding documents, education on the founding documents. So I just want to know, is that threatening to the state or the people that believe the state is the answer and we don't want individual thinking people?
You just answered your own question.
Because
those sort of thoughts that lead to freedom are threatening to the left's view.
So we have to look for all of our problems in society.
He had more conservative views than he had leftist views. And that's why all of these young kids who, this is a case in point, didn't even follow him.
No.
Didn't even know what he was about.
Right.
But because we follow the masses like sheep, we just go in. Oh, I don't want him here. I don't want his organization here. And there are so many people that were, and I think we have a video actually of somebody, promoting the fact that he got murdered.
Oh,
assassinated.
No,
I don't even want to say murder. Assassinated.
And we've seen those ad nauseum, and they're not, and they haven't really stopped. The only thing we didn't see is we didn't.
That's
see a lot
the amusing part to me is like you're just grabbing on. You don't even know what the guy was about. I followed him, and I enjoyed watching his TikTok videos of him just blasting these young kids who thought they knew everything.
The only reason, like that gal right there that we just saw in the video, the only reason she doesn't like Charlie Kirk and the only reason that she doesn't like Turning Point USA is because she's been told not to like them.
Her friend said, we don't like them.
She hasn't done any work on her own.
Right.
She hasn't gone back and looked at all the videos, looked at the body of work, looked at what Charlie Kirk was about. Now, if you do that, you can find some things that you legitimately have disagreement with Charlie Kirk on.
Right.
But if you look at the way he went about his business was to do what? Let's talk about these ideas.
And he would answer those questions.
Convince me I'm wrong. Let me hear. He would sit there. Let me hear your ideas. You hear my ideas, and let's see where we go from there.
And actually, he was pretty. I got to be honest. I mean, he would be a lot more respectful than I would be.
I can tell you,
he was great at letting other people have their say.
Let him. And if you disagreed with him, guess what? He always did. Move you to the front of the line.
If I watched 100 TikTok videos of Charlie Kirk, just little snippets of him and with one person, it's not snippets of like context being taken, out of rain. But the snippets I would watch, that person would be able to talk their full talk,
right? And
he would answer, and then it would go off. And the way they did his TikTok was amazing because you got pieces. You got pieces of every person that would challenge him.
Mm-hmm.
Out of 100, I would tell you maybe 5 beat him.
Or he didn't. What do you mean beat him? Like
as far as he was like,
you
know what?
Point and he could.
You know what? I did not think about it that way.
That's fair.
Hey, let me go back. Let me get your. And he would say, "Let me get your name and number or email."
Yeah.
And I want to get back with you on this. But out of 100, literally, I would say 5 maybe got him.
Well, but I still just don't get the
hatred. I don't understand hatred.
This person with the whatever that is in her nose, maybe it goes up into her brain. I'm not sure, but
she just came back from a fishing trip.
She snagged herself really bad.
She was a catch.
She got a snag.
That's Andrew. That's Andrew's catch.
Not me. But I mean,
I think she was just there looking to hook up.
And if you saw the video, I love the reporter. Mostly peaceful. Meanwhile, the guy's getting just pummeled. The guy's getting pummeled in a red Charlie Kirk shirt.
I think that came under her description of using the word as lively.
Lively. It's a lively thing. I mean,
these people fighting over it.
I just love the media. I love the media in this country, how fundamentally bad they are at hiding. They don't even try to hide their biases anymore. Like our beloved newspaper today, our beloved Cincinnati Enquirer, with which I wouldn't use as toilet paper.
Is that thing
That's
even,
how bad it is.
I didn't realize it was.
If I was stuck somewhere and I had to go, and I was like, man, you don't have anything to clean yourself with, and there was a Cincinnati Enquirer there, I would hold it because I would not use it to wipe myself. That's how bad the paper is. But you know what they did a story on
today?
Today?
Your bloodstream.
I mean, that's true. that ink will kill you.
Those words from the Enquirer.
But do you know what they ran with today? I saw this morning that they had on their Cincinnati Enquirer feed. They had J.D. Vance did not know all the presidents that were from Ohio during an interview. And that was their big story. That was their deal. And I commented, I said, your paper sucks so bad. And I don't understand. And that's just the newspaper.
And we're supposed to care about that. Why?
Well, I'm just showing
how you read the article or just the headline?
Just the headline. I'm not going to, you got to subscribe and they ain't getting a dime out of me. But I mean, my point is that's just one leg of the media.
How ridiculous is it they put their content behind a paywall?
It's ridiculous. No one's going to see it because no one pays for it.
Cincinnati.com does the same thing.
Yeah, I'm not paying for that crap.
Well, that's the Enquirer.
I mean, I'm not giving them money because they're working against me. You know who else is working against me? A lot of these reporters, like the one you saw, mostly peaceful. You know, she's looking up her thesaurus of the day. She's asking Grok, give me another word for violent, lively, you know? I mean, she's running this thing through a screen. This is the media today. And I whatever. I mean, it's going to lead to problems because I feel like if we don't have a media that at least reports objectively so you can form an opinion. I'm not saying left or right. If we lost that, and we've lost it a long time ago, it's going to have big time problems because people are they're making decisions in their lives and their behavior based on false information. That's my problem. You're being led, you're being manipulated. And to be fair, hey, listen, if you watch Fox News all day, you're probably going to have, a little bit of a skewed outlook on the world. I mean, that's just the truth. You should balance it. There's plenty of information. Now, Dan's signing into his Cincinnati.com subscription page as we speak.
What they do is they give you can look at the headlines,
but then you can't
but as soon as you click on anything, then they
do you subscribe as a member of the media?
I do not have a subscription.
Good, don't, because they're garbage.
If I need anything printed out from the Enquirer, I go through our buddy Joe Strecker.
Joe Strecker.
He has access.
Hopefully he's got a back door.
Joe's got everything you need.
Joe's got everything. You hear that, Joe? He's plugging you big time, buddy.
Joe Strecker's the greatest, man.
He is. I like Joe. Joe's is great.
All right. Let's see. You just pointed to this is Tish Hyman is this gal's name.
So I saw her video. Somebody posted the viral video of her in the gym. You sent this to me, so it was perfect.
Yeah.
I don't have her viral video, but you sending me this was amazing because I saw it and I was like, I completely and utterly agree with this.
Well, and the reason why this is important is because the guy she's addressing here, his name is Wiener, and he is a state senator in California, considered the most likely candidate to replace Nancy Pelosi.
I'm gonna have some fun with this
in the House of Representatives. And then, this video is about 3.5 minutes long. But I want you to watch how she addresses this guy. She tries to bring forth her concerns, okay, in a legitimate way. And what were you going to say?
And just gets just kind of shunned.
Yeah, well, look at the way. Not just the way the politician who reacts, who's on the right side of your screen, but the other people in the room.
Right. That's what I'm saying. She kind of gets shunned by it, and it's like she has a legitimate concern.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this many, many times on this podcast.
Yeah. But that video went viral, and this one's going to too.
By California law, can self-ID as women in women-only spaces, sir? Please tell me.
Yeah. So we want, everyone to be safe. And we also know that we have trans people, both men and women, who are men and women, and so so if you're trans women or women.
Senator, you've done great things with the bills you passed with the housing. I've read a lot of your bills, but like you said, there are bills that need to be opened up, and I'm telling you now. Millions of women across America are being harassed and sexually assaulted in our communities. I'm a lesbian black woman. I'm not transphobic. I'm not homophobic. And I do respect a lot of the things you've done. But I do see a lot of these bills that you've passed that are dangerous for women and young children. And I understand that they're trying to be on a level playing field. And I'm here to represent my community because I hear a lot of things about my community in these bills. And I'm telling you as a woman, first and foremost, that this is dangerous and we need your help. If you're in the office, you're going to go in a publicity spot, I want to support you. I have millions of people behind me watching this right now. And we want to know, are you going to protect women? Not trans women, women. Trans women are doing it. Women. Listen, we need to protect women's safety. I was assaulted.
Oh my God.
They are men. I was assaulted by men. He broke his wife's jaw so bad she needed reconstructive surgery. I'm a lesbian. I'm not transphobic. I'm black. So if there's another black woman in here who wants to tell me how they feel, please join in. But all of you are not. And I don't know who you are, what you are. Now I'm done. And by the way, I respect what you have done.
Good for her.
I appreciate your point of view. I'm so sorry that you were. I appreciate you talking about it. I think we need to connect the city of all women, and that obviously that's incredibly important. And I also know that trans women are also brutalized in this country. So women and cisgender women are brutalized in this country, and we have to protect the city of all women.
We have to protect women. We cannot be raped and
You know what?
by men that want to save their money. They're not women. They're not women. I'm leaving. It's okay, but I'm not going to take leave. I am leaving because you know what? You guys are not protecting women. You're doing a lot. The bills that you're passing for the Lord, I read a lot of them. They're great. But this things with the trans, it's not right.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. And my name is Tish Hyman. You heard me, sister? All right. Don't let them use our blackness and our civil rights as a reason to pass bidding laws for children to transform. It's wrong. My sister's in jail. She can't get free tampons herself, but she can get free transformation medication. Big Pharma has best. Tired.
Man. Whew. Man.
Tish Hyman,
She
baby.
is awesome.
Tish Hyman.
So I actually
Rock on, girl.
Wow.
And again,
First
I
time
know-
I've seen that.
I know you're not on TikTok. I literally saw her rant
Yeah.
in the gym. And
You go to a gym?
no, I saw it on TikTok.
Oh.
I mean,
The one where she's crying, she's yelling about the naked dude in the women's locker room.
Yeah,
with
she's
with a big fucking penis. Is that what she said, or a
Yes.
big cock?
a big penis.
Big dick.
She said
yeah,
big
okay.
penis. I think
My mom might
That's
be
what she said.
You gotta use-
I didn't
that's
say
why
it. She said.
that's why I
Yeah.
said big penis.
That's the video that went viral.
I know,
But the viral video that went, which is what I saw, and then when you sent me that, I was like, "Oh my god, this is fucking perfect,"
Yeah.
because it's unfair. It totally is unfair, and you know that particular person that she saw in the locker room, I'm not sure that's one that sexually assaulted her. I don't think it is, but it's happened in the past, as she stated, her words, not mine. But for somebody to go and go in front of a was a senator.
Well, he's going to be.
He is a
He's-
state senator,
Yeah,
going
to be. He's
running
going to take
for
Nancy
her.
Pelosi's spot
considered most likely to take Nancy Pelosi's place.
First of all,
and have that conversation. But did you see how uncomfortable he was?
oh yeah, he was like, you could tell he was not able to think on his feet.
But he's so wedded to the ideology
Well, I don't.
that trans women are women.
She is coming from a position of she's a lesbian. She said, "I'm a lesbian." So
multiple times.
she's supportive of LB. I get the words mixed up, but the LB a part of it,
the whole alphabet.
not all of it, because she understands that this isn't saying all trans people are bad, but seems to be, because we've had story after story where trans people with whatever are going into ladies' locker room and they're making the women in the locker room very uncomfortable because they're not behaving as women. They aren't women, and the women don't feel comfortable in these locker rooms with these dudes in there. Okay? And she's saying, I'm a lesbian. If anyone's going to be as open to this, your point of view is me, and I don't feel comfortable. You need to protect women. But no, the Democrat Party, and this guy in particular, who's got to be left of left.
Oh, he's the worst of the worst.
He's going to side. I mean, let's just look at the numbers here. Let's just look at the numbers. How many of the population, what population of the population of the states? I don't even know. But let's just take California, that state. How many percentage? What do you think the percentage that are transsexual? What would you say that is?
What, in California?
In California, if the population of California, what of the population is transsexual? Would you say it's 0.5, 0.2, 0.1? What would you say it is? 1?
In California, it might be closer to 1%.
I think it's closer to 1.
So for the 1%,
I didn't study for this test.
Okay, I wasn't going to have a test, but I want you to follow this guy's logic. You have a woman that's gay that should be the most supportive of this point of view, but she's seen what happens and she says this is wrong. You have to protect women. He's there to represent all the people. But what it seems like to me as an outside observer, he's going to side with the 1% of people and screw the 99%.
Yeah,
if it is 1%, because
that's how I
the
felt.
that's the vocal. Those are the militant voices that are yanking his chain.
Yeah.
And he has no business being elected based on that clip alone.
But that's just it. All he's been elected to office by super serving that particular constituency.
That's a problem.
And that's what's carried him into office. And he is not going to change that when he gets to the United States Congress. So I've got a list here, a brief list of some of the bills that he has blocked and some of the bills that he has favored during his time in the California legislature.
Good research.
So here is a bill that would have disincentivized selling fentanyl by charging drug dealers with murder if the user dies. He blocked that one.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
I immediately was like, yeah, that sounds right.
A bill that makes child sex trafficking a serious felony. It was blocked by him and other Democrats, but ultimately was passed after public outcry. Another bill that increased penalties for people who buy children for sex. The bill passed, but Democrats forced an amendment to that bill that lessened the punishment and
only if it was Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
Removed kids ages 16 and 17.
The fuck.
So if you're an adult and you have you buy a kid who is 16 or 17 years old for sex, then your penalty is lessened because of the actions
Unbelievable
that this guy took. Here's some of the bills
and that governor's going to run for president.
Here's some of the bills that he supported. Allows convicted pedophiles to not register as sex offenders if the victim was over the age of 14.
Jesus.
And there was a 10-year less or age difference between the victim and the perpetrator.
Oh, my God.
Allows men to transfer into women's prisons if they self-identify as women.
That's not a bad, I got to tell you, that's not going to end badly. No, I mean, that's not going to, that's.
Here's a really,
Andrew identifies as a woman every day.
I mean, Jesus.
This is a really nice one. I like this one a lot. Reduces the penalty for knowingly spreading AIDS without informing the other party of your infection status.
Wow.
Let's
this
see.
Guy,
includes lowering the penalty for sex workers who knowingly infect others.
Sounds like
with AIDS.
Sounds like one of our.
He supported that bill.
Got
Makes California a sanctuary state for child sterilization and mutilation. Allows California to take custody of kids from any state if one or both parents do not agree. Co-authored a bill that would make affirming gender identity part of health, safety, and welfare of a child, thus allowing courts to remove custody should a parent object to social or medical transition. So not only does this kid want to engage in mutilation and experimentation with children, he wants to take away a parent's right to be involved in that decision and make that decision. I mean, how dangerous is this guy?
Well, I didn't think you could do worse than Pelosi. However,
this guy,
I stand corrected.
Unbelievably dangerous.
Just when I think that the Democrat Party can't go any further whacked off the freaking rails, this guy's possibly going to take Pelosi's seat. That makes me, and then guess what? You know what's going to remove him from office? Nothing, because he's going to get reelected and reelected and reelected and reelected.
Yeah.
Scott Wiener. Is that his name? Scott
Wiener.
Well, Mr. Wiener, buddy, I mean, you know what? I guess you're playing to your very vocal minority base. I don't see how the good people of California put up with this shit. I really don't.
There's a special.
I could go on about this, dude.
Well, listen, let me tell you something. Related to this.
Hey, guess what we're going to do?
We're going to do a commercial.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Dan Carroll here. Time to tell you about a great new sponsor for the One More and I'm Out of Here podcast. It's Murphy Engraving. Murphy Engraving is the place to go for your business, industrial, and personal engraving needs. Take a look at the Murphy Engraving page on Facebook, and you're going to see all kinds of unique items that really seem to take on a life of their own because they've been customized with an image, a name, or a logo, and all of it just really beautifully done. The acrylic sports awards that light up are especially creative and very cool. The customized bottles of bourbon, those are my personal favorite. And wait till you see what they can do with items that are made out of wood. The next time you want to recognize someone special or you're looking for that one-of-a-kind gift, you'll be glad you checked out Murphy Engraving. And a bonus, you're supporting a local family-owned business run by brothers Brian and Kevin, who is a lifetime firefighter and Air Force vet. At Murphy Engraving, they turn the ordinary into the extraordinary, and at Murphy Engraving, we are American-made.
American. Commercials.
Oh, okay. Oh, let's roll this one.
That one?
Hunter fucking Biden.
Is that what?
So this is Hunter Biden, and he's doing a bunch of interviews lately. He's on another. I don't know. I apologize. I probably should have looked up the name of this podcast that he's on because
Hunter's on a podcast.
Yes, he's on lots of podcasts.
I didn't know that.
And
no, he's not doing a podcast.
I mean, the guy who does the podcast, I should
call to activism. Is where it was posted.
Dun, dun,
all right.
dun.
So we're brothers with all our fellow podcasters and all that.
We are.
But if you've noticed on your internet social media lately, there's a lot of
looks like him at the White House.
There's a lot of Hunter Biden supporters sporting wood right now because they're all excited that Hunter Biden really took it to Donald Trump on this one. Andrew really took Trump to the woodshed and just laid down, just put a beat down on Trump, the likes of which we have never seen before. And this is the video that's got them all excited. So you judge for yourself after we watch the words of Hunter Biden here.
For the past few years, partially because of the prosecution against me, and with the ability for the U.S. federal government to use my words against me because they're going to have me in front of a judge or be able to twist them in whatever way that would
federal government.
Is
that called perjury? Is that called like perjury?
Negative consequences for me. But the idea that anything that I'm saying now is going to make me more of a target than I already am to Donald Trump, to MAGA. Look, man, and here's the other thing.
Look, man.
Just as a son, as a man, this motherfucker, the way that he talks about my dad, fuck him. And again, sorry for my language.
I'm sorry.
But he is obsessed. And I tell you the reason why he's obsessed.
Oh.
Because unlike anyone else, my dad kicked his ass like a rented mule and beat him by 7.5 million votes. Got more votes than anyone that has ever run for president of the United States.
People aren't questioning that one, are they?
Higher participation rate than anyone that has ever run for president
I wonder how that
since
happened.
1901.
Wonder how that happened.
That's why he hates my dad, because he beat him. So he has to literally change history.
History.
There you go.
What the actual fuck
there's
did
the
I just
great
watch?
Hunter Biden takedown of Donald Trump.
What's in the cup?
What did I just actually watch?
There's libtards all across the country who
are
are
watching that,
who have chubbies, who have they're rocking chubbies now because Hunter Biden.
Let's be fair.
Just really put Trump in his place on that one, don't you think? Don't you think he really got the better of Trump there?
I think that he was probably on drugs. Listen, Hunter Biden, whatever. I mean, did they ever?
I was going to go the opposite in the fact that he's lucid, but the fact that he thinks that's a lucid thought.
Oh, he's off his rocker. But I do believe
he's
Hunter
got
Biden,
haze brain.
I believe Hunter Biden was the victim. I think his father, not. I think his dad abused him in a way. I'm not talking about physically abused him or sexually abused him, although the whole daughter thing is another subject. But
we could do a whole podcast,
on that. But allegedly,
we may or may not have.
He was so used by his father. I mean, don't you think his father used him just as a tool, and the guy just doesn't know. Right now, he has no being. There is no Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden was just a tool of Joe Biden's and was used by Joe Biden. So now that Joe Biden tossed him to the wind because Hunter Biden's a liability. So he's trying to find relevance out there. I'm sure
in the fire service, they call that a leverage point.
Is that what it is?
He used him as a leverage point to be like, hey, again, we said it before. Look over here, not over here.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, Hunter Biden, he's got to find out where he's going in life, and I don't know how much money he's ever going to get from Daddy, who who made a lot of money. I don't know how much money he's going to get from, I guess the Ukrainian money's dried up now, right? So all the foreign money that he's not on any more boards that I know of getting paid by foreign governments, millions of dollars to do nothing. So he's got to find his way through, and he can't sell his paintings for shit. So he's got to find a way to, become relevant again. And if it being on, I don't know who the podcaster was, but I think our studio looks a hell of a lot better than theirs does. But,
it looked like it was done in prison.
It does.
With a table there.
And
the very plain background.
The guy's got a lot of demons. And I hope, because we are conservatives, or I am a conservative, and we don't wish ill on people. I don't wish him anything bad. I mean, I don't. I hope he gets those demons under control.
I just wanted to go through math class again.
Yeah. The only thing I would say about his take when it comes to the election, and I've said this from the very beginning, that if Joe Biden really got more votes than anyone else ever in the history of elective politics in this nation,
right,
there would be books written,
right,
there would be documentaries done,
right,
there would be college courses dedicated to examining
how
the campaign that Joe Biden ran
and emulated,
how he was able to motivate so many millions of Americans
to vote by mail.
Remember,
that was COVID. That was COVID.
Flood to the polls.
No, they didn't flood to the polls. It was all by mail. A lot of it was by mail.
To motivate that many people to check the box for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Most votes in history.
I have two questions.
Am I right about that?
You're absolutely right.
Have you seen any of these books or movies or documentaries?
No, because a lot of people don't want to talk.
Are there
about
college courses that examine this in depth?
Well, I don't go to all the colleges, but I don't think
Hillsdale College definitely does not have him on the docket. I'm telling you,
he's not showing up at Hillsdale. But you
have
a question.
I have a question for each one of you.
Oh gosh.
What's the biggest takeaway from Joe Biden's presidency from each one of you?
Oh,
I want an answer from each one.
The biggest takeaway to me is nothing. I mean, I really, when I look back at the Joe Biden presidency, what are you going to? You can look at Obama. The first thing that comes to mind is Obamacare, not just because it's been in the news lately, but Obamacare, whether you like it or not, whether it's good or not. Major legislative milestone. Is it good? Is it bad? I think the evidence is coming in now that weighs pretty heavily to this thing being a complete disaster.
It was designed to be a disaster.
Yeah, when it comes to the Joe Biden presidency, 4 years of wondering who was in charge, 4 years of not really knowing what our foreign policy was, 4 years of the world spinning wildly out of control, 4 years of really no one taking responsibility for anything. So when it comes to something, one thing you can peg on the Joe Biden presidency, I don't see anything. Pappas?
What I took from the Joe Biden presidency is that we really didn't have a president. We had a bunch of deep state partisan people running the government. Joe Biden was nothing more than a figurehead. He was a mouthpiece. He was the wizard on the Wizard of Oz, but behind the curtain was a whole bunch of people running the government. I think one of the funniest things that Trump has done, and I think it's so apropos, look it up, dummy, is I think the picture, instead of being Biden on the wall, of the auto pen on the wall with all the presidents, sums up exactly what Joe Biden's presidency was, because he was not president. He wasn't there mentally. He didn't have the capacity to be president. And history is going, probably distant history, because we're going to have to get away from it for a while. People are going to look back and they're going to say, this guy got the most, like Dan just said, this guy got the most votes ever for president of the United States. I'm sorry, say what you will. Yeah, I'm allowed my thoughts.
You will never convince me that actually happened.
I'm with Dan on this, and I will be till the day I stop breathing. And Jason, there's no way possible Joe Biden got the most votes in history of any president, because without a lot of shady shit going on. That's all I'm going to say about it. And I'm not saying voting is crooked. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying there was a lot of shady shit going on. The world was upside down then. That was COVID.
COVID
changed things.
Literally flipped the table.
COVID
absolutely flipped the table on everything.
COVID was just a period in this history I hope we never, ever, ever repeat again. And I hope that's what we learned from COVID is how quickly you can be manipulated into doing things you would never do, ever do. And I hope we take from that and learn from that and don't let it happen again. And I have a feeling that we won't. The next time there was a disease, or there was almost an outbreak in China that we were talking about, that we were going to have a story on, that, I hope,
I'll hold it.
You want to do it?
No, I'll hold it. I'll hold it for the next one, but I'll make sure I keep it.
Okay, we'll keep it. Well, there was
the unintended consequence of all that is now we have Trump. We have a version of Trump who is a lot more savvy, a lot stronger, a lot more strong-willed, a lot more assured of himself in the decisions that he makes and the people that he puts in place. And I was thinking of that the other day when Marco Rubio was being asked by some reporters, well, you're blowing up all these boats that are bringing in drugs from Colombia, and you're blowing them up in the in the Caribbean, you're blowing them up in the in the Eastern Pacific or whatever. And Marco Rubio said, look, I don't think the European Union or any other country gets to set foreign policy for the United States.
This is the disease that we were referencing. This is the disease that we came a mouthful away from.
How many times can we say came or come?
We can't. This almost killed us. So I didn't know.
Who's he waving to? This is the guy who was gargling bird jizz.
Is that the bird? Look at the bird. The bird looks proud.
It's a peacock.
Come jizz.
What kind of bird is that, Dan?
It's a peacock.
Peacock.
It looks like a peacock.
Peacock gives you the jizz. Just stay away from the peacocks. I mean, it's pretty simple.
This is just so wrong. This is the shit that makes. I mean, I didn't gotta ask you.
Is this from the Onion or is this from the
no,
Bee?
Or this was actually. This is what was in the news. I mean, what? Hey, listen. I like Chinese. I like the Chinese people for the most part. I like Chinese food a lot. Look at me. But I mean, at the end of the day, what the fuck?
Yeah, he's got so much MSG in him.
Well, I want extra MSG. I put it on my food. But I mean, what is up with the Chinese, man? I mean, what's going on over there? Getting weird. Dan, I want you to do an.
If they ask you if you want nut in your General Tso's chicken, say no. You want some nuts in that?
You're like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
I love the General Tso's chicken. No nut, please.
Hey, everybody, we're coming back to you Monday, probably 5 o'clock, but we'll let you know. But it'll be Monday, and we'll keep you posted. But
like
make sure you share this shit show to a friend.
Jesus Christ!
Like, subscribe, do all the things. You know what to do. Make sure you hit the like button, and we love you.
With the